Hello, I'm Peter Labrie, and this is my daily video after a week and a half vacation. This is Wednesday, August 19th, the year 2020, and today is National Aviation Day, which is a United States nationally observation that celebrates the development of aviation. This holiday was established in 1939 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who issued the presidential proclamation which designated the anniversary of Oliver Wright's birthday to be a National Aviation Day. Mr. Wright, born in 1871, was still alive and would be alive for another 9 years after this proclamation was issued. In this day in history, in 1839, details of Louis Daguerre's first practical photographic process are released in Paris. In 1909, the first race is held at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, now the home of the world's most famous racing competition, the Indianapolis 500. In 1934, some 90% of German voters approved a referendum that made Adolf Hitler Führer und Reichskanzler, leader and chancellor. In 1960, Sputnik 5 is launched by the USSR. The Soviet spacecraft carried two dogs, Strelka and Belka, became the first living beings to survive in space. In 1964, the world's first geostationary satellite is launched. SYNCOM-3, a communications satellite, was launched from Cape Canaveral in Florida. A geostationary satellite is a man-made object, a satellite, which follows the Earth's rotation. Therefore, it looks like it's not moving from the surface of the Earth. SYNCOM-3 was placed in orbit about 22,000 miles from Earth, above the equator and near the international dateline. In 1964, the Beatles kick off their first U.S. tour at San Francisco Cow Palace. The Beatles first appeared in February at the Ed Sullivan Show. But after that, they returned to England. But late summer of the same year, having put an unprecedented and still unmatched display of top pop chart dominance during their absence, the Beatles returned. On August 19, 1964, more than 6 months after their appearance in February, they traveled to California and appeared on stage at the Cow Palace in San Francisco for the opening night of the first ever concert tour in North America. And in 2010, Operation Iraqi Freedom ends with the last of the United States Brigade combat teams crossing the border into Kuwait. Now we have a Bible quote. Whoever says he abides in him ought to walk in the same way in which he walked. First Epistle of John, chapter 2, verse 6. And we have a couple of quotes from Ralph Waldo Emerson, a poet, essayist, lecturer, philosopher, who went by his middle name, Waldo. Getting out is a fascination thing. Getting old is a fascination thing. The older you get, the older you want to get. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. And that's it for my daily video. I'd like to thank anybody who is watching or who will be watching this video. I appreciate anybody who watches my daily video. And thank you very much. This is Pete LaBrie, over and out.